Is that on here? No, that's this, right? Very good. All right, everybody. Well, we're live. I'll go live on both. Oh, wait, that's not what I want to be. Hold on. Finish. Finish. How do you get out of there? Cancel. No, I do want to finish though. I gotta go live in the other group. My bad. So, hi, you two people. This is the beginning of our feed. We're going to be shooting a class. It's going to be guard passing stuff here at PMA. I started a broadcast in the wrong group on Facebook, so I don't want to do that. So
yeah, it shows it ended.
That was the yep. I ended the one in the wrong group there. So because I don't want to do it in the PMA students group, which is private. I want to do it in that. What is this? Got a long name. BJJ Coronavirus Home Alliance group. YouTubers, that's Pete. He's going to be receiving. This is going to be, how do I do this? Discard post. I want to go live. There we go. Add a description. Guard, passing, goodies. Oh. Gotta capitalize.
Not yet.
Right. Done. Start live video. Okay. What's up, Facebook group? We're live now. This is Pete. Thanks for joining me, Pete. I'm Greg Wood. I'm actually just going to let this run a little bit because I'm early. First of all, I did say this would start at 7:15, but also I want to make sure that you guys have time to file in. I did tell people 7:15, so I'm going to give people that time. So we might walk in and out of here, and I can maybe stop and restart the feed so it starts at a good time, or edit it later for the archived feed. But anyway, I also wanted a chance to say what's up to people as they come in, and we can chat if you want for a minute. I'll definitely take questions in advance. Today I'm going to be talking about double under passing, and I'm going to talk about sort of like my sort of flying knee cut pass, which is the Skywalker pass. I'm just going to do a brief thing on that. That's really more of like a seminar. I've done a 2-hour seminar on that actually, which was actually the very best time I got through all the stuff. But I'm just going to show like kind of one of the moves from that seminar, the like sort of culminating knee drive pass. So those are the passes I'm going to be doing. I want to say I'm really excited to be part of this group of teachers who are from all over the state who are coming together, and like a couple of us a day shooting video. I mean, it came together so quick. There's over 500 people in this group already, and we just launched it like a day and a half ago. It's because there is so much excitement. It's because we are all stuck home, and this is a weird time, but we're all not letting moss grow, right? And that's the good thing that we can do, right? So
Moss free.
Yeah, moss free in 2020. All right, so who's coming in? Okay, good. People are filing in. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna step out real quick. I'm actually gonna get a sip. Okay, sip of water, and but say what's up when I get back in a sec. We'll chat for a moment, and then we'll get started.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. You guys at home, drink a Guinness for me while you're out there. Brian Lane? Brian Lane's in the house?
Who else?
They're all coming in right now.
I think I saw Tom Reagan pop in.
Yeah. What up, guys?
Okay. YouTube people couple people watching on YouTube already. Oh, good. Brad's here. What's up, Brad? Brian, Erica, Dave Wolpaw. Hey, man. It's good to see you. So what? Yeah, I'm significantly early. So we're gonna just be hanging out. Sorry, guys. But what else do I have to say? Last night, you guys want to do warm up? Who wants to do a warm up? I'm also curious because I put out there that we're going to be repping. So I'm also curious how many of you guys are wearing like your gear and you're ready to go. How you been?
I'm pretty good, man.
So we're lucky to have Pete here. Pete, get in camera.
But I'm back, kids.
Pete, I gave his purple belt last year.
Yes,
Was
sir.
it last year?
Yeah.
A year ago already?
Yeah.
But he moved to New York. He got a chance to train at Henzo Central,
Yep.
Blue Basement. And are you still training
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. I still go in.
Yeah,
Still
okay.
drop in quite a bit, and I'm back home to the gym I started. Really, Hartford Dojo. Give some love back.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Nice to be here.
What's John Danaher really like? Just kidding. I'm sure he's cool.
Cool.
Did you get that thing this morning? The drills? The drills at home?
I saw that.
It's free.
For free, right?
It's free. I watched the whole thing. I woke up. I had a nightmare this morning. I woke up at like 6:30. I'll tell you about it if you want. Woke up at 6:30, and then that's the first thing I saw on my feed. So I downloaded. I watched the whole thing before I got out of bed. Okay, I fast forwarded a couple parts.
Yeah.
Because it's some of it's explained
He talks.
deeply, but it's really good stuff. It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Especially later on in it. In the beginning, it's like 10-15 minutes on shrimping, but like at the end, it's like it gets into some cool wrestling type movement stuff to do and so forth. So
Yeah. I saw he made a whole post about how he was injured at one point and only did solo drilling for several months, and then came back and did pretty well.
I saw that.
So-
You know what I liked about that post was he talks in that post about one of the things he did with Gordon Ryan when he was out before some big tournament. I'm not gonna-
Knee injury he had early last
Yeah.
about this time last year.
He said one of the things that he did with him was he would watch a tournament video with him, not even of his own, just of two high-level players, and he would stop it and he would say, okay, what's going to happen in the next 6 seconds? As like just a test of like how, closely he was watching it, how associated into the match he could get sort of physically in his brain and think about what would happen. I thought that was really good. That's actually a really good practice. I'd like to do that maybe with people, it's solo, like in privates and stuff like that too. I think that's very useful. Any comments popping up? And we got Mike here too. I just want to mention Mike Brewster's helping us out too. My student Mike, thanks for being here. He's going to help with technical stuff and with if anybody has questions or anything like that. But in the meantime, I should have got one of those on stream. Can't you get like an overlay? Stream, what's that? Streaming.
Oh yeah, like a watermark. It says like PMA or something.
But no, like no, those people that stream their gaming and stuff. What's it called?
I don't know.
I forget the name of the software. Probably Twitch. Like everybody uses.
Oh
And
yeah.
you get, and the feed will return shortly.
Yeah.
I should have got one of those.
You can play some music. Get the guitar.
I mean, I can awkwardly interview you for a while. But that's actually the plan. I mean, we have
Don't scare me.
we have another 5 minutes before I said I would start. I expected more technical difficulties, frankly.
There's a little bit of a delay, but
Oh, but otherwise technically sound. Seems
everything's
fine.
good.
Very cool. All right, good.
5 minutes.
Hey,
away
everybody,
from
can you hear us? Oh, there's Taylor. Taylor said hi on YouTube. If I point over there, I'm talking about YouTube. That's Facebook. All right. You want to roll?
In the gi, man.
You want to roll in the gate? Here. But we got to be right near the wall so that we both fit on screen. All right. Let's roll. Don't forget we're being filmed.
The old Skywalker.
That'll show up in our class, didn't it?
So good.
It's nice to roll. It's been a second. Are we on camera? How's this look, Mike? Do we look good?
You look good.
That's what matters.
Jay said it's kind of like you guys are showing off. Look at me, I can roll, you can't.
Suckers. How's this going at home, guys? Look what Pete's doing.
He looks.
Don't you wish you were doing this? What time we got? That is fun, though. I remember why we do jujitsu. That's good stuff. Hey, how come my super knot doesn't stay tied?
I don't know, man. I don't even know how to tie this thing anymore.
Call Henner. Pete trained with Henner. Call Henner. All right. We're pretty close on time. 7:13. Still don't want to start early, though. Taylor said she could hear us.
Yeah,
So good. So that means the YouTube stream's working.
it's working on Facebook too.
Facebook's all good. All right. I'm just going to start talking more. Oh, I did the super knot wrong after I said that. This goes here.
I don't
this
even
goes
know
here.
how to do it.
Well, truly, you got to watch the video.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's back up a little bit. All right. This is where I'll cut it in the edit. Welcome. Thanks for just tuning in. We're going to be doing guard passing, and this is the way I'm going to structure the class. I'm going to show a technique. I have two techniques in two areas of guard passing that I want to talk about. One is the double underpass, and I'm going to start there. I'm going to show you some details, and I'm going to ask that if you have questions on anything you see, just ask while I'm showing it. I won't see it anyway. Mike won't call it out. But when I'm done, Mike will read them off to us, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I've taught the double under many times. This is one of my favorite passes. I've taught it at PMA here like many times. I get many questions about it, and I feel like it's super field tested for me. So I think I should be able to come up with a description of how I handle each contingency as it comes up. If you have any questions about those, so happy to answer your questions. Ask them right while we're doing the technique, and then I'm going to move on to the next technique. We'll do the same thing. But like I sent a video out earlier today and told you guys, I do want to show you how you can solo drill these, because some of you are at home. If you saw that video, maybe you're even like, maybe not geed up, but maybe you're like in some sweats and you're ready to, or jams, and you're ready to do these, do a little bit of repping, solo drilling repping, because I'm going to do that too. So I'm going to be doing it with you. So I'm going to be like 1, 2, and I'm going to go through them with you. Okay. So if you just came for the technique and you want to watch them and turn it off, and you don't want to do those because you're like in a suit at the office, watching while you drive, that's a terrible idea. Anyway, if you can't be practicing, just shut it off at that point, that's fine. But I am going to go after class, after the technical instruction portion of class, I am going to say, okay, well, this is how you could solo drill the double under pass. And now let's do some, and then we'll do some. And then I'll do, and this is how you can solo drill that, oh, hey, look at that. This is how you can solo drill that Skywalker pass. And then we're gonna do that, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna do like, 20 reps. We're just gonna get it, a little bit of muscle memory going. I really believe in that way of learning. Even though I don't always practice it, the times that I have been extremely effective. So I'm all for solo drilling, and I'm all for doing it with you because it's good practice for me too. It's good practice for all of us. Okay. So I'm going to start with the double under. Like I said, if any of you guys have any questions, ask them as we go. And we do have a fixed camera here. They're in about the same place, YouTube and Facebook. So I'm going to just be figuring out the best angle as we go. Okay. If you ever have trouble hearing us or seeing us, let us know. Michael will holler. Okay. So let's start in, let me start inside your closed guards. I'll start, yeah. This is good. And as long as we're this way, let's go a little closer. All right. That's good. Okay. We coordinated our outfits too, so we're in opposite colors, so you can like see my arm when I'm doing something or whatever. So I use the double under all the time. And basically, I'm going to take for granted in the beginning for us that I've created a little space. In fact, actually, we'll do this. Let's say that I have my posture already. I put my hands on the abdomen. I center one knee, not on his spine, but on one of his sits bones. And I create a little space by stepping backwards with my knee. This is good because this will approximate, can you move toward the side a little bit? This will approximate what we do when we solo drill. And a little bit toward your head. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to, hands on the abdomen, knee center on one of the sits bones, step back, create a little space. And now I'm going to take both hands and I'm going to dive them in here. So they're both palm towards me. I dive them in here and I pin his leg and I hold it in my hands, okay? There's going to be weight on his leg, but this can't be all I do because one of the main battles that you're going to have when you're passing the guard anytime is them putting hooks inside your legs or them putting a foot on your hip. So I need to stop that from happening too. If all I did was create space, dive my hands in, and pin this leg, by pinning a leg, I do stop him from taking my back. It looks like maybe can't he take your back? But if I'm pinning a leg, the answer is kind of no, not right now. But what he can do is unhook the leg behind me and put it on my hip. Yeah, no good for me. I can't have that happen. So one more time, the other side. What I can't have happen is this. I create a little space. I put my arms in. Good. This foot on my hip will stifle the rest of the move. There are ways to get rid of it, but not while I'm putting weight on his leg, which I do need to do so he doesn't take my back. Just setting it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step my leg up on the other side. So now actually let's turn this way. So I create space. I dive my hands in and I hold his leg. And I'm going to step my leg up. And I actually get a little pinch on his hip here too. It's the other thing that stops him from sneaking around to my back. But the other thing it does is it creates a bunch of space underneath his butt. Let's turn one more time. So I put this leg up here and I get a little pinch here, but it creates a little space under here for my hand. Then I can bring this across, put my hand on his hip, and even us out here. Okay, so ultimately, I want you to think in terms of snapshot positions. One is having posture. The next is shooting your hands in and pinning the leg, right? Which you saw me do on the other side, but I'm gonna do here. This is the second snapshot, pinning this leg, putting weight on it. And then, but I have to step my knee up when I do that. So put these in, I step up here. This is the second snapshot. So posture, this is the second one. This is the third one here. And now I'm gonna look for his belt. Looking for his belt with my hands. My screen's covered with comments. You can see everything? You can see my hands? Okay, good. All right, when I get the belt, I got the rest of this. I used to finish this a different way. Even when you were here, I used to finish this a different way. But I really do, in the gi, I like the way that Marcio does it. So Marcio, if you're watching, thank you so much for this. Learned it from him at the BJJ Paradise Camp in Mexico. And that was this. I'm gonna do a row and I'm gonna get him up on my lap, his hips on my lap, and then I'm gonna hip forward. When I hip forward, I put him up on his shoulder blades, right? when you do this with a partner, don't try not to put them on their neck too much if you like your partner, right? And they're gonna roll over if they don't like it, so, and as they should. Okay. So I do a little row once I have his belt. Get him on my lap. I hip forward, and then I'm gonna put my ear right on his hip here. And now I'm past. Let me do that from the other angle, which I think is the best angle for everybody to see it. Is this side. I create a little space. Space could happen anyway. He could open. Maybe he opens his legs, and I do this. So you open your legs, and I shoot my hands in. But I also step my foot up, and I block the hip here. I bring my hand across and underneath. I get his belt, and I square up to him here. Here. I'm going to do a row here, and it's actually way easier when he pushes on me. So if I lean into him a little and he pushes on me with his legs, like stiffens his body, he comes onto my lap much easier. Now hip in and put your ear right on his belt. That's when you have passed. You have passed without even walking around. I've passed by putting my ear on his belt. And now the ideal situation at the end is to go over his arm under his head and take side knot here. Because when I get his arm trapped under here, he can't just roll away. So one last time, the move is, however space happens, half the time it's because they shot a triangle on me or something like that. There's a lot of ways with open legs to be going for this too. But if I create space and I shoot my hands in, I hold his leg and pin it. My other leg has to come up. So I'm pinning his hip here. Okay, you can't see that. Now this hand, the one closer to him, is going to come across his butt and look for his belt. I'll flatten him out. And now we're square and symmetrical. I'm holding his belt on both sides. If I lean on him and he pushes away at all, this is much easier. But even if he doesn't, even if he's loose, if I do a row, it is pretty easy to get him onto even if your legs don't go flying yet, it's pretty easy to get him onto my lap. And from here, it's just hips up and forward. When his leg goes past and I can put my ear on his belt, I do. The other good thing about this is if he tries to turtle, I can push down on his belt. So if he tries to turtle, push down on his belt. And I'm still going to get here. And I'd love to go over his arm and under his head here to take this. I think this probably looks like a double underpass, possibly as you've seen it taught before, with the different detail being snapshot 2, which is the one where I had sort of his leg, and I put this leg up when I had his leg pinned in my chest. That's probably the one thing that maybe looks different to you. Otherwise, the stack might look the same as some you've seen, but I like holding the belt in no-gi. Instead of holding the belt, I would do, instead of holding the belt at this moment, I put my pinkies on his hip bones. So it's not enough to hold his quads. And I haven't, too easy to push up. And the question I'm anticipating someone might have is, well, why don't you just connect your hands? And the answer is, some people do, and I'm not going to say it's wrong. For me, the thing that made the most sense, and I think it came from Rob Kahn through Jay Bell, to me, was holding onto the quads. The reason is I don't break one of the cardinal sort of like principles, which is not having an open elbow. So when I do this, my elbows are open. If he pushes my elbow up, he might be able to take my arms off like a skirt, like a Saturday night, repeat. Right? So instead, I'm going to hold not like this, but like this. I have my pinky bones on his hip bones. So that's quads, what I'm holding, as low to his hips as I can. And you get actually a lot of connection here. And because I have my elbows close to my body, I have a lot of strength. So I know that troubleshooting wise, if I'm doing this or the other one, and someone starts to move away from me, if I follow it up, so shoulder walk backwards, if I follow it all, I'm losing now. I'm losing. He's going to get his foot to my hip, which he can reach right now even. Yeah, and then that's going to be the end. Instead, when you get to this point, when you hold on to here, imagine yourself as just concrete, anchored to the floor where you are. So shoulder walk away from me. Yeah, it should be that he can't go anywhere. So the thing you can't relinquish is you can't relinquish 1 inch of forward motion, because as soon as he shoulder walks backwards and I fall forward at all, he can get a real good grip on my hip, and I have to just restart and do something else, because that's the beginning of some bigger trouble for me. Okay. So that's the double under as I do it. Shooting 2 hands in, probably the identifying feature for me, for mine here. Did any questions pop up, Mike? No questions? Okay. So ask questions by all means if you have them. I'm gonna ask myself one question that I get a lot as a contingency, because one of the things about this position is that sometimes people ask about the leg that I put up with that knee pinching the hip. What if they underhook it? So if I get to this point here, I open the guard and I shoot 2 hands in. I know you can't see on this side, but and I pin his leg and I put this leg up. What if he reaches under it? Is sort of the question. If he reaches under it, that's fine. I'm going to cut my elbow toward the ceiling and just pass his leg. I just find that he's focused on the wrong thing. He should be like, underhooking my leg doesn't help. And that's a pretty easy answer for me. So I was here. Boom. I shoot my 2 hands in, and I pin his hip with my knee. If he reaches under, I just cut my elbow to the ceiling, and I pass his leg, and now we're here. And he can hold my leg, but I'm on top and side mount. So that's one common question I get. What if they underhook the leg when you put it up? So don't be afraid to put it up. In fact, that's sort of a shortcut to the end of the pass. It's better than all the hoisting and everything. So trying to think of another frequently asked question I get on it. If their legs are heavy is a really good one. So I will say that the highest, so there are 2 people I've had no success with this with, and the thing that they did that felt the most like, from my perspective, what they were doing that was working was heavy legs. But heavy legs gives us other options, right? So actually back up this way. If I'm here and I do my whole thing, shoot my arms in, step up, I bring my arm across, I get to here, I'm even holding his belt, but he gets super heavy legs. Yeah, it does get, first of all, it's not the end, because if you step up one leg, a lot of times that starts to give you what you need to get past. So stepping up one leg is definitely answer number 1. But so I'm here, let's say, yeah, heavy legs. One thing that I've done historically was reach back and grab the pants or ankle. And when he's making his legs super heavy, it's easy just to hop over, right? It's almost like, all right, well, I want him up here, but you want him down here. If you really want him down here, I'll take the high road, right? That's the idea. I'm here, so don't let me hoist you up. Heavy legs, right? And I go here. It's a quick, easy answer to when they have heavy legs. So I say that, and that's truly what I do. But I will also say the hardest time I ever had with this, Jay Bell and Croyler Gracie, is both guys who are both teaching on Friday next week, used a combination of heavy legs and just really sensing when I was trying to go over and changing their tack. So basically a sensitivity. If I'm saying over here you do this and over here you do this, they would hang out just on the line and do a really good job keeping me from passing this way. So otherwise, double under I've had a lot of success with, and I think it's a really good pass. Did one come up? Question come up? Okay, good. So then the other technique that I'm going to talk about is the Skywalker pass. So it's really just like a cross knee pass with some oomph. I did a couple times rolling before, if you saw, or something like it. And the way I usually describe it is this: if I'm trying to pass Pete's, let's say butterfly guard, and that happens a lot of times in the beginning, where turn toward the camera a little bit. Yeah, if we're here, whatever you do for butterfly guard, I guess. Okay. If we're here, and he holds on to my arm, a lot of times in no-gi especially, they'll hook over the arm or they'll get a hold of the arm. If I can open this space, is that visible on camera? I'm trying to think if I have a good angle for this. Okay. There's a bigger hole through here that I have, right? So try this way. I want to. Yeah. Is this the okay? Yeah, I want to have a good angle for this. Okay, so basically, if he's got a butterfly guard on me, I'm looking at the space next to his hip here, and I'm going to create a structure with my body that allows me to quickly and efficiently, but not, it's not a speed move. I think it always was for me until more recently when I've made it more of just like it's just timing. It's not speed. It's not an attribute thing. I could do this till I'm 80, and that's like, that's one of the things I'd like to be true for any of my movements. So it's this. I'm going to create a structure with my body that makes me sort of a slingshot. And that slingshot is, I like to prevent him from sitting back, so I've got to hold on his collar, or in no-gi, I'm going to hold the back of his head. I don't need it, but to me, it definitely helps. So I'm going to have a grip on him here. And then I set up a triangle on the ground with my, let me move up a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. All right, here, back out of frame for a sec. I'm gonna do this. If I'm in your butterfly guard, you guys, it looks like this. I grab your neck, and then I put my hand and opposite foot on the floor. So you know which hand, so because it's the one that's not holding the collar. Hand on the floor, foot on the floor, and back my knee up. So there's a tripod going on between my hand and foot and my knee. And the other thing about it is, if his feet in butterfly guard are near me, I'm not going to put anything right near his feet. So let's say you go to butterfly guard. Let me make sure we're visible. I get a hold here, other hand on the floor, and I set this up. I don't set it up close to him. I'm not near his foot. I'm not near where he can, grab and start shin guarding me and stuff like that. Those are all problems. So I'm going to try to have 12 or 18 inches away from his foot on all sides, my position. And I get into this like a little bit Puma position where I'm like ready to pounce, but it's really just self-defense because I don't want him hooking anything, and it's harder from here for him to do that. Yeah. Okay. And this is when timing helps a lot. If I pull him a little bit forward, if he's sitting a little bit bent forward and I pull him forward, his reaction usually is to just get his spinal posture back. Right? And when he does that, that's the ideal moment, especially if I see a space on the opposite side of my slingshot knee, that I can put this knee in that space. Okay? Totally out of frame here. So let me do this way. Yes, it's good. So I'll set up here, and when I pull him forward, if he straightens his own posture back, he's already leaning back, and I'm cutting my knee across this space here. And I want it to touch the floor. And then when I get to here, I'm going to put my hip on his hip and be heavy. One more time, as close to the wall as we can. Probably the best. I hold his collar. I set up my 3-point space, and none of those points are near his foot. I try to actually get away from his feet. And from here, if I pull him forward and he sits back, a space appears right here. And that's the space that my knee's going to come into. And he almost pulls me into it. And I like to make contact. I'm not trying to get through that space without making contact. I leave my leg bent, and I try to actually put weight on his leg and slide through. So we start from a little further back. So right here when we're done, I pull him forward, he goes back. I cut through. And when I end, I like to have my hip on his hip and just hang out here. Don't be in a rush to get what we think of as a standard side mount, because I'm just giving him the elbow escape. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you have any questions on that move, by all means, let us know. Anything come up, Mike? No questions? No, but there's like a good number of viewers on both channels, so that's really nice to see. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, so that's gonna conclude the technical instruction part then, and then I'm gonna give you solo drills. The next chapter is gonna be I'm gonna show you solo drills, and then I'm gonna do them. So I want to say thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
Call you if I need you.
Good stuff. Those Greg always crushed me with those passes, man. Double under. Honestly, I think he's like one of the best people that ever did it, that I ever felt it and do it to me,
Thanks, man.
And Skywalker, it's killer.
You heard it.
Fast.
Better than Gordon Ryan. You heard
Good
it.
stuff, guys. Enjoy.
All right. Okay, so let's go back and think about the double under pass. This is going to be the solo drill portion, and I'm going to do reps too, but I'll show you what we do. We're going to do this. I'm going to put my hands on the floor like it's their abdomen, and I'm going to back up a little space like this. This is the space that I'm going to shoot my hands in if someone's leg is there, okay? I'm going to go through the motion. So abdomen, I'm going to back this leg up. There's my space. Palms toward me, and then palms up, and I'm going to hold the leg and step this leg up, okay? So that's the first move. The first move is create space, shoot these under, leg comes up, right? From here, my hand comes across. I hold their belt. I sit up, and I put my ear on their belt. This will make sense if not right now, having just seen it, if you review the video. So hands on the abdomen. Hands on the abdomen. Back away, create a little space. Hold the leg and put this opposite leg up. Now hold their belt, square up, and you're going to do a row, pull them on your lap. Lift up your butt and put your ear on their hip, and then take side mount. So let's do 10 of those. Let's do 10 of those. So just for a little muscle memory. Okay. Hands on the abdomen, back up, scoop the leg, and step up. Switch to the belt grip. Do a row till they're on your lap. hips forward, and put your ear on their belt, and then scoop the head for side mount. Okay, that's one. Hands on the abdomen, step back, space, put your knee up. Hand across to the belt, do a row so they're on your lap, hip forward, ear to the belt. That's two. Okay, let's keep going. Underhook with the knee up, arm across for the belt. Do a row, hips forward, ear to their belt. Someone help me out. What's that? 4, 3, 4, 4. All right. Hands on the abdomen, create space. Hands in, foot up. Grab the belt, knee down. Pull them on your lap, hips forward, ear to their belt. Take side mount. 5. Hands on the ground. Step back, create space. Foot up. Reach underneath for their belt. Square up to them. Pull them on your lap, hip forward, ear to their belt. Scoop for side mount. That's 6. Abdomen, back up, underhook, leg up. Hold the hip or belt. Pull them on your lap, hips forward, ear to the belt. Take side mount. Mike, how many is that? 7, thanks. Abdomen, back up, create space, foot up. Hold the belt, square up to him. Do a row, hip forward, ear to the belt, take side mount. That's 8. All right. Abdomen, step back, underhook, foot up, hold the belt, square up, do a row, do hip in, ear to their belt, take side mount. 2 more. 2 more left. Was that 9? You can speak. 9. That was 9. Here's 10. Hands on the abdomen, step back, underhook, leg up, get the belt, square up, do a row, hip forward, ear to the belt, and then take side mount. Okay.
All right, we got some buffering things going on Facebook.
Okay.
So we've been buffering for a few minutes, and it's not just me, it's affecting a few people.
There. I don't know. Did you guys get some? I had a phone issue, and it said it was paused. I don't know why. I'll do one more. I'm going to do one more. Hands on the abdomen, step back, underhook, hold the leg, foot up, hold the belt and square up, do a row, hip in, ear to the belt, and then take side mount. Okay. I think we lost a couple reps because my feed paused because I had a phone issue. Sorry, guys. All right. That's the double underpass as we did it tonight. See? Super knot. Some super knot. The other one we did was the knee cut pass. This one's going to be very simple. I'm going to go hold the collar. The other hand goes to the floor. The other foot goes up. And I'm just going to make sure that I have a big tripod, not a little tripod, not one where my hand's close to my knee. Everything's far apart. Now I'm going to pull them forward. And when they pull me, I'm going to cut this knee across and slide into home base. That's basically what you're doing. So let's do 10 of those. I'll narrate the first few. Hold their collar, other hand to the floor, other foot up, and then back that first knee up. Look down. Do you have a good tripod? Good. Is your back flat? Are you ready to sort of pounce? Pull the person down. When they pull back, you cut that knee through. It's a flying knee cut, essentially. Let's do it again. Hold the collar, hand on the floor. Other foot up, back your knee up. Pull them down. When they resist, you cut through. That was 2.
It's true.
Hold the collar, hand on the floor. Other foot up, back your knee up. Pull them forward. When they resist, they pull you through. That's 3. Hold the collar, hand on the floor. Other foot up, back your knee up so you have a good tripod. Is your back flat? Are you ready to pounce? Pull them down. When they resist, they pull you through that hole. Hand on the collar, hand on the ground. Foot up. Make a good tripod. Pull, get pulled. Hand the collar, hand on the ground. Foot up. Oop. Pause again. It's my internal storage warning. All right. I'm going to do 2 more, guys. I'm having an internal storage issue. So last 2, hand on the collar, hand on the floor, foot up. Back your knee up. Pull them till you get pulled. Last one, collar, hand on the ground, foot up. Make a good tripod. Pull them, they pull you, and you cut your knee through. Pete's been doing them on the side. It's good. It's good practice. And it starts to get in your muscle memory. You guys will find this will make you better at it. That was 10, 5, 10, however many you did. If you do more of them, it'll have even more effect. That goes for every technique you're seeing for all the teachers. So stay tuned. Keep coming to classes. We really appreciate seeing you guys on there. Say what's up when you're in there. And thanks so much. Woohoo video here. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to stop both feeds. And stay tuned. Tomorrow there's another couple great instructors, and we're going to stay in touch on the board. Take care. Finish and YouTube. It's been real. Thank you. How do I stop it? Right there.
You
No
had a lot of
questions.
People said hello.
Yeah, yeah.